Let's take another little trip to South Africa, shall we? This is the Arno Bernard Knives Imamba? Imamba? I don't know. I'm probably saying that wrong, but it is what it is. Here's a little bit about it, and we'll talk about the details. This comes from Alex at the Knifebox channel. He loves his South African knives and his South African makers. And I got to be honest, so do I. Alex really turned me on to the South African makers. And I believe most of the ones I've seen have all been loaned in from him for the most part. Chris, I think, has sent me a couple, my friend in Texas. So I've seen some other ones that are not just Alex's. But so this is how it comes. Comes in a nice box with a foam cutout insert, which is just super nice. Comes with the paperwork and this super awesome, really premium quality Hank microfiber cleaning cloth. Like a lot of knife companies just throw in a microfiber, just a, just a single piece of microfiber, not two pieces, not stitched, no pattern, just, something just typical. This is super high quality and very, very nice. And I understand why Alex has what it looks like, just kept it in the box with all of the accoutrement that came with this really cool and sort of familiar looking style knife. Anybody guess what this kind of appears like or feels like? It's kind of like if a Chris Reeve Sabenza was a flipper. It's very similar in look and feel, to me anyway. Okay? But it's a pretty cool knife. It works great in the pocket and feels really nice in the hand. I don't love the lanyard thing, but, whatever. On their website, it looks like this is actually kangaroo leather for the lanyard. So very Chris Reeve knives-ish. How all of the Chris Reeve knives that I have had have come with a lanyard. I don't know, maybe there's some that do not come with, but yeah. So let's talk about the specs on this thing, and then we'll zoom in and take a close-up look. So it is 4 7/16 closed, 7 7/8 overall, 3.41 inch blade, 3.3 inch cutting edge, 0.015 behind the edge. Blade steel is RWL 34. Blade thickness is 0.123. Overall thickness of 0.541. Weighs in at 4.1 ounces and runs on ceramic bearings. Okay? And for you guys that are new or not sure about the behind the edge measurements, as we zoom in here, the behind the edge is basically, I don't really have anything good to point with, maybe right here, is right behind the bevel. So right at that spot where the bevel stops is where I measure. It's right behind the edge. Okay. That tells you that it's going to be very slicey or it's going to be sharp, because it can be very sharp and not slice a tomato. If it's a thick, a fat, thick blade with a very sharp point, yeah, it'll cut through stuff, but it won't slice a tomato, slice cheese, things like that. So that's what that behind the edge number is signifying. All right, so it has just a little bit of dust and whatnot on it because, well, the finish on that blade makes it very mirrored-like. So it's hard to really see the finish on the blade, but it's a very nice looking blade. a little bit too polished for me. I like a much more satin, tumbled type finish. It's like a bead blasted titanium handles. Warthog tusk is the inlay, which is actually quite beautiful. It's a dyed warthog tusk. Crazy cool. Kangaroo leather lanyard. Hidden hardware for the titanium pocket clip that works fantastically. And then more of that warthog tusk. You can see it does have a steel lock bar insert as well as an over travel stop. It's a nice looking knife that works really well in the hand. I like the blade shape. I like the way it works. It does have a bit of a fuller, so you can, I can't, somebody might be able to, finger flick it. Okay? I can't get the oomph in it. If I give it a little bit of wrist, then yes. But it flips just fine. You wouldn't need to do that. So, I don't know. I've said it before. Whoa, my bad there. I've said it before. The South Africans make an amazing knife at a very affordable price. This particular one is sold out. I looked on their website, and I'll put a link to their website down below, as well as a link to Alex's channel. Please go check him out as I do some size comparisons here as we chat. This came in at like $600, $5.99. Come on now. $5.99? That's a pretty good deal. I don't know that you could get a handmade custom in the United States for $5.99. I don't know. The Sharpie and the number 2 pencil. I mean, maybe you could. I haven't seen them. The customs I've got in the United States have been much more expensive than that. The Spyderco Delica. The AA and D cell batteries. Let's see, where's another custom knife here? The Sharknivko Ryu. Made in the United States. Closer to $2,000. Not quite as fancy because there's no inlay. There's no lanyard. I don't want a lanyard, so I'm good with that. This is S35VN and all titanium. But very similar. Flipper. Titanium scales. Different, but similar. I don't know. What do you guys think? Alex, thanks for loaning this in. I do greatly appreciate it. This is a very cool Sebenza-ish flipper, but in a class of its own, really. It's nice. Very gentleman's, like, classic look that you would wear out, you know, to a nice dinner. You wear this out to, you know, in your suit or something like that. Yeah, you're going to have the pocket clip hanging out, but who cares? Everybody's got a pocket clip hanging out. But this is more for those classy type of evenings out where you wouldn't necessarily take your, Sharknivko. This is just a little more classy than this, I think. Both great knives, but different applications. That's why I think we have a lot of knives, and a lot of us collect watches, and we have different watches for different events or different settings. So this would be a great setting for this knife, is more of a classy, dressier type of event. So let me know what you think. Please go check out my South African playlist down below, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys.